Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Got a special video for you today. I'm going to be showing you guys not one, not two, but three tutorials in one video. These are all performances that I've uploaded pretty recently, so if you want to go back, watch the performance videos, and then come on back here and I'll show you how those tricks are done. So the three tutorials I'm going to be doing in this video are for tricks titled Discard, 5 out of 10, and Kings Can Count. So again, go back, watch those. See the performances, and I will show you how those are done. So we will start with the trick titled Discard. So there is some setup here, and I'm gonna be showing you guys the way that I learned this trick. You can play around with it, maybe come up with a different method or a different setup that works well for you. This is just the way that I learned it. So to start with, you want to set up the deck here in new deck order. So I have Ace through King of Clubs, Ace through King of Hearts, Ace through King of Spades, and Ace through King of Diamonds. So King of Diamonds on the bottom, Ace of Clubs on the top. So you can do some false cuts, false shuffles, whatever you want to do. Just keep the deck in this order. And you're going to have two cards selected. So if you want to use two spectators and have them each remember one card, you can. If you want to have one spectator remember two cards, they can do that. They can write them down so they don't forget them. You know, whatever you want to do. So what you do, as you saw in the performance video, have them cut off some cards, take this new top card, remember it. I'm going to write it down in this case. So we have the Jack of Hearts. Put it on top of the cut off cards. Cut the cards again. Remember this new top card, in this case the Two of Diamonds. Put that on top and then put the rest on top. And they can do that with your back turned. So I didn't see any of that. So I can turn around at this point. They have two cards lost somewhere in the deck. I've written them down here just so we can refer back to it. The Jack of Hearts and Two of Diamonds. And what you would tell them to do now is to deal the deck into 7 piles on the table. So there is a lot of dealing involved in this trick, but hopefully it's worth it. So 7 piles. And eventually you'll get to a point where you have only 3 cards left, not enough cards to go around. And like I said, you'll be down to 3 cards left. They hand those to you. We don't need them. We just place them off to the side. This is where the first secret lies, in these 3 cards. See, what you want to do is you want to just casually take these cards back, say we don't need them, they're leftover cards, extra cards, put them off to the side. As you're doing that, you want to glimpse this card. Now you'll notice in this case it's the 10 of Hearts. One of our cards is the Jack of Hearts. So whatever this card is, just go up 1. So I go up 1 from the 10 of Hearts to get the Jack of Hearts. So I know one of their cards, one of their 2 cards, is the Jack of Hearts. But you want to be casual about it. You don't want to take it back and like look really intently at this card. Just casually, kind of as you're moving around, peek at this card. I see it's the 10 of Hearts. I go up 1. I know one of their cards is the Jack of Hearts. Say these are extra cards. We'll put them off to the side. So I now know one of their cards. So you have them gather up the piles now from 7 to 1. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you have them deal the piles out, or deal the deck out into 6 piles now. And when you're done, there will be 1 card left over. One card left, and same as before, just take it back, say this is an extra card, we'll discard it, we'll put it off to the side. But before you do that, you want to casually peek at what it is. In this case, it's the 3 of Diamonds. So what you do with this card is you go down 1. So I go down 1 from the 3 of Diamonds to get the 2 of Diamonds. So now I know there are 2 cards. So again, when you get back, when you take the 3 cards, you look at this card and you go up 1. With the 1 card, you take it back and you go down 1. So just from getting these cards back, I know their 2 cards are the Jack of Hearts and the 2 of Diamonds, just from peeking these cards as I place them off to the side. So at this point, you can reveal, you can end the trick however you want. You can, read their mind and just tell them what their two cards are. What I did in my performance video was I had them gather up the cards in any order they want and give the deck a shuffle. And that really throws them off because at this point, there's no logical way that I could be following their card or have any idea what their two cards are. They can shuffle the deck as much as they want. I think what I did was I just, spread out the deck on the table. I went through and I found the 2 of diamonds and the Jack of hearts right there. So the secret to the trick lies in getting back these cards, going up 1 and going down 1. And those will be the spectator's 2 cards. So that is the effect called discard. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me get set up here for the next tutorial, and I will be back in a moment. All right, guys, this is the tutorial for a trick called 5 out of 10. So what you want to do is you want to get 5 pieces of paper labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on the other side, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you've got 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9, and 5, 10. So put those off to the side for a moment. The secret to this trick is in some duplicate cards. So in my case, I'm going to use the 10 of diamonds. So I'll put one of them in a card box just as a prediction. And you're going to need 6 other 10 of diamonds in this case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you put these in specific positions in the deck. So what you want to do is whatever card you're using, you want to put them in positions 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. Again, that's 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. Every, 5th position there. And the way it works, it's all mathematical. No matter how the spectator shuffles these numbers or lays them out on the table, no matter what they do, the grand total will always be one of those 6 numbers, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, no matter how they lay out the numbers. So you'll give them these cards here, or the numbers. They can mix them up, flip them over, whatever they want to do. Just lay them out on the table. Let's say something like this. And we'll add them up. 9 and 6 is 15, 23, 25, and 30, which is one of our key numbers. To make it even more random, you could have a spectator come forward, a different spectator come up and flip over one of these numbers, just to make it seem even more random. But same thing, 9 and 6 is 15, 18, 20, 25, one of our magic numbers. Again, you can flip another one over if you want. That gives us 20. So no matter what you do, you end up on one of those 6 numbers. So let's say hypothetically it's this. So 17, 20, 25. So you'll count down to the 25th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what you can do is you can show a few more cards just to show that they are all different. They could have ended up on any of these cards. You don't want to go too far because you'll show another 10 of diamonds, but you can show a few cards off the top here. You can show a few cards off the top here, saying they could have ended up on any of these cards. You can turn the deck over here, show some cards here, show some cards here. You just want to be careful because there are other 10 of diamonds, so you don't want to spread too far, but you can, show a good number of cards here. Say, you could have ended up on any card depending on how you laid out the numbers, but you landed on this card, happens to be the 10 of diamonds, and then you reveal your prediction, the 10 of diamonds. So pretty easy trick here. Give this one a shot, called 5 out of 10. Let me get set up for the final tutorial, and I will be back with you guys in just a moment. All right, guys, our last tutorial is for a trick called Kings Can Count. Unlike the previous 2, this one is completely impromptu. So what you want to do is you want to go through and take out the 4 kings to start with, wherever they are. All happen to be right here. You can then have the spectator shuffle the deck as much as they want. We'll turn these face down for now. And you would tell the spectator to start dealing cards into a pile. Now, what you want to do is you want to count mentally how many cards they're dealing. So you can't leave the room, you can't turn around, because you need to know how many cards they're dealing into a pile. So let's say they're dealing maybe 18. Let's say they pick 18. So they're dealing here. Again, you're watching them, quietly, secretly counting how many cards they deal. Let's say they deal 18. Again, you're counting as they deal. So I know that there are 18 cards in this pile because I watched them deal and I counted. So I do some math to figure out how many cards are in this pile. Now keep in mind, because I took out the 4 kings, there are 48 cards left. So if there's 18 cards in this pile, I know that there are 30 in this pile. So I'm remembering now 18 and 30. Those are kind of my 2 secret numbers, 18 and 30. So the spectators can decide who gets what pile. You want to have 2 spectators, 1 and 2. So they can do 1 and 2. You can do like this, whatever you want to do. Let's say they decide to swap piles. So spectator 2 gets this pile, spectator 1 gets this pile, spectator 2 gets this pile. Now I can see spectator 1 has 30 cards, spectator 2 has 18 cards. That's going to be important in a minute. I would then tell the spectators to shuffle up their piles. And while they are shuffling, I'm going to write down a prediction. So here is the prediction you will write down. You do a couple of things here. So first, you figure out who has more cards. And in this case, I know spectator 1 has 30 to 18, so spectator 1 has more cards. So I'm going to write down spectator 1 will have, so whoever has more cards, you start with them. Spectator 1 will have, and then you figure out what is the lower amount of these two. So 30 and 18. 18 is the lower amount. What is the difference between that number and 24? It's always 24. So the difference between 18 and 24 is 6. So I'll write down spectator 1 will have 6 more than spectator 2. So it takes a little bit of practice to kind of figure out your prediction. Again, I'll kind of walk you through it again. Figure out whoever has more cards, and that's who you start with. Then take the lower amount, find the difference between that amount and 24. That's your number, and then just finish the prediction. So spectator 1 will have 6 more than spectator 2. And so put this off to the side as they're shuffling here. And then they can divide up the kings. You can mix them up. Doesn't matter, just divide up the 2 kings. And whatever the suits are, they're going to count how many cards are in their piles of those 2 suits. So spectator 1 will count how many diamonds and spades they have. Just like this. And spectator 2 will count how many clubs and hearts they have. And then we'll count them. So spectator 1 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Spectator 2 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 19, 13, and then you reveal your prediction. Spectator 1 will have 6 more than spectator 2, 19 and 13. So there is the rare occasion where when the spectator's dealing at the beginning, they deal out 24 cards. And so what that means is they would both have 24 cards. spectator 1 and spectator 2 would each have the same number of cards. In that case, when you write down your prediction, you would just write, that they would both have the same number. So when they go through and they take out the cards, they'll have the same number. So rare that will happen, but if it does happen, 24 and 24, just write, you will both have the same number of cards or something like that. So give this one a shot. Like I said, it takes maybe a minute to figure out your prediction. Practice it a few times to make it look, pretty smooth, but that's pretty much all there is to it. So a trick called Kings Can Count, and those are your 3 tutorials, guys. So appreciate you watching. Hopefully you found at least one of them interesting and something worth trying. And that is what I have for you guys today. So come on back soon to my channel, guys. I appreciate you watching as always, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.